Hello, beautiful, wonderful, majestic souls of YouTube. My name is Dans. This is my channel, That Good Tarot, where we do timeless readings for anyone with any placements. If you've made your way to this reading, I do believe there is a message in here for you. However, if you don't resonate with this reading, that's cool. That's chill. Go check out my channel. There are so many other readings there. I'm sure you'll find something that fits you. So let's get into it immediately. Four of Wands coming up here. It seems to be a concern about your home life, building a foundation for your future, moving forward with ideas. Immediately, so much coming out of the deck. And we have the Justice here. So I think that the big concern is like keeping everything fair, keeping your life really balanced. There may be some aspects of your life that are really, really out of whack. Like you might have, relationships that are really good, but maybe your finances are not getting as much attention as you want. Or it could be inverse. It's like, okay, my career is great and everything's chugging along the way that it should be, but I don't have a relationship or relationships in the way that I thought that I would have at this point. So let's get into these two aspects. It looks like future building. It looks like you're growing up, like really, really, you're growing up now. Time to grow up, time to get your ish together. And you're looking at it very holistically. And I think that you're really looking at the places where the gaps are and you're wanting to really fill that out. So let's have a look first and foremost at the Four of Wands, Six of Wands energy. This real intention that you have to move forward and build something meaningful for yourself, fulfilling for yourself. Universe, please, insight and information. What wisdom do your guides have? What do you need to know that is going to support and help you through this journey? We have the Eight of Cups in reverse. I don't usually take reversals. Oh, there are a few reversed things going on in this deck. What's happened to this deck? All right, I'm going to take a reversal. Eight of Cups in reverse. There are things that you walked away from that, like, maybe you shouldn't have. I'm seeing this more of, like, aspects of yourself. Like, there does need to be some kind of reclamation of yourself because I feel like there's part of you that got lost along the way that has such a strong guidance system for what it is you want, what aligns with you. And I think for the most part, you're like pretty on top of it, except there is this one part that kind of got distorted. And it's been distorted for so long. Your wants, your desires, your wishes, that you've like disconnected from a part of yourself, that really allows desire. Yeah. You had to walk away from something that you like truly felt connected to. And it has distorted your sense of desire in general. And if that like stays that way, it's going to leave gaps in a life that you are wanting to curate for yourself. Because I feel like you are wanting to make, like you're wanting you are wanting to curate your life. You're wanting to move forward really, really intentionally. And if you have a disconnect between you and your like truest desires and your like truest love and the things that you are like naturally magnetized towards and gravitate towards, there's like a block there. It kind of like covers everything. We're going to get deeper into that as well. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to cleanse my deck after this. There's too many reversals. I don't like taking reversals. I'd really, really rather my deck just give me upright cards and I can read it like that. But deck got mixed up probably in the last reading. I had to pack up really quickly after the last reading. If you're like a constant watcher of the videos on this channel, I said in my last reading, I'll have time to do Two readings. Okay, we have the High Priestess that did want to come out reverse, but it's like as I put it down, it started to turn again. I'll talk about that in a second. I did another reading after the last reading, like I said I was going to, and I didn't end up posting it because it was so intense, and it was definitely a reading for me. And I get really overwhelmed during those readings. And it was not a cute, fun, happy reading. It was a tower reading. And I don't know if I'm going to post it, because as much as the reading is for me, it's also for future me, and it's also for different people on here. I just felt like it was so intense, because I usually know what kinds of person are going to identify with different readings and resonate with different readings. Because I have people in my personal life that watch my readings, and I know when I'm tapping into their energy. And in that one, I knew I was tapping into my energy. Anyways, I'm rambling. High Priestess here. Wanted to come out of the deck in reverse, but it came out the other way, and it started to turn while it was on my desk. I think that you are tuning in more and more and more into your intuition. It feels like you are aware of a need to open up more to your more intuitive senses, and you're like letting that happen. That's a really, really key part of you addressing this Eight of Cups in reverse energy. Like you reconnecting with what you truly desire and who you truly desire. Yeah, that was the message that came through. But I adjusted my language to be more inclusive, but also like the people that you truly desire, the people that you're truly magnetized to. Ding. It is so weird when I get a like bell notification after I say something like that. Okay. So keep listening to your intuition. Let's get into this imbalance situation that you've got going on here, the Justice card. Universe, please, insight and information. It seems like you have this real intention to come through really equal. We have that equal symbol on the chest that I'm being really pulled towards. And being really, it's not just like you're wanting to meet people on an equal plane, but also you're wanting to be really balanced when it comes to interactions. You want to be perceived as someone who can be emotional and vulnerable, but also a leader type, a strong person, someone who's ready to make decisions, someone who's ready to go with the flow. Like you're wanting to be a bit of everything, which is great. But it does almost like border on people pleasing. Not that you're trying to please so much the person in front of you, but you're just trying to be likable in every sense of the word. I don't even think it pertains to particularly one person. I think this is pertaining to like, you want to seem like this to everyone. You want everyone to see you like this. Girl. Three of Swords. You already know that this is not a sustainable way to live. Also, it kind of gives you like a very nothing vanilla personality. And this is not your personality. Like, you can aim to be just likable in every single way, shape, and form. But that's not actually who you are. There are parts of you that are stronger than other parts. Maybe there is part of you that is more intuitive and less decisive. And there's a part of you that's more creative than you are, logical. That's not to say it's one or the other, but you have leanings. That's okay. That makes you who you are. That makes you so unique. So like, let yourself be that. King of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. Really just own the parts of you that are your strengths. I feel like it feels like maybe for some time there's been an urge within you to like address the parts of yourself that are your weaknesses. And like, I love that. Don't even get me started on like how I am vehement about identifying my weaknesses and turning them into my strengths. I'm so here for it. That being said, let your strengths be your strengths, you know? And I'm not saying that like give up on your weaknesses, but like when you just trying to be good at everything, it's just jack of all trades and master of none. And it leaves you being a little bit vanilla. And I feel like, I don't mean to say that in a way that's like insulting. I really, really don't. I think it's wanting to bring awareness to like, there's clearly this urge within you to be liked by people. And so to be liked by people, you're trying to be everything. But then no one can like love you for what makes you so uniquely you. Just lean in to like the things that make you happy rather than trying to make everyone else happy. And then the right people are going to gravitate towards you. Why is that a concern? Are you feeling like the right people aren't gravitating towards you? Universe, please. Oh, tower at the bottom of the deck. I'm triggered from the last tower reading. That was just so intense. Universe, please. What words of wisdom do you have for the people that are trying to bring balance to their life, that are trying to find their most authentic selves, to identify with that version of themselves? We have the Queen of Swords in reverse. The Nine of Wands in reverse. Okay. I feel like you are afraid of certain people rejecting you. That seems to be a big thing. You are afraid of certain people rejecting the most authentic version of you. The most vulnerable, the most like open-hearted version of you. So it feels like there are these sometimes like physical boundaries that you're putting between yourself and these people, or like physical tensions. And it's these boundaries that like you're creating the distance, not them. I know those sounded like two really disjointed statements, but I feel like for those people that it resonates with, you're going to understand what I mean when I say that your fear of rejection and your tension there is actually the thing that's causing distance between you and them. Okay. I love it when we're doing a reading that's not about me. I've got too much trauma to be doing readings where I'm tapping into my energy. I'd rather tap into your energy all day, all day. Let's get into the Oracle card. Universe, please, insight, information. It's time to leave the old behind, rebirth, taking risks, shedding the chrysalis. I feel like this has come up a few times for y'all. I feel like there's still a lot of fear of it's not even like letting other people in, it's letting yourself authentically out into the world. And babe, people want to see you. People want to embrace you and love you exactly for who you are. I'm sure they're just waiting. Anyways, that's where I'm going to leave you today. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you in the next reading.